Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today I want to tell you about the Oath of the Cycle Paladin subclass. Okay, so the Oath of the Cycle, it's a Paladin subclass homebrewed by me. It's available for free on D&D Beyond, or I've got it for download on the DM's Guild. I've got a link in the description. You can go check it out and follow along. This subclass is designed to focus on existence itself, so good and evil isn't so much of a big deal. Before we jump into the specifics, here are a couple archetypes I want you to keep in mind. Think of a forest kind of person, so rot, decomposing, a little crossover with the Circle of Spores druid, a farmer, or someone concerned with the seasons. This is a great angle if you want more of a mundane focus for this. Or you can take a little more esoteric Thanos direction with this. Life and death and maintaining that balance is the only thing that matters. Heck, you could even go with kind of an alchemist or potions kind of witchy vibe too. Okay, so with a little more flavor on this, think of this class as aligning with druids and rangers and other natural themed people. Paladins typically have an in-game name that they might use, a term for their order. So a paladin of the Oath of the Cycle might go by the term preserver. And of course your character can do anything you want, but a typical Oath of the Cycle paladin will tend towards lawful neutral or true neutral alignment. Okay, so all paladins have tenets. This is the actual oath that they take to gain that subclass. An Oath of the Cycle paladin, they'll often tattoo their oaths around their forearm in a circle to represent the unending cycle. There are 3 tenets of the Oath of the Cycle. Life. Life invites death and is meaningless without end. Sustain life and abhor undeath. Death. Death is a natural part of life. Accept it when necessary and control it when possible. Rebirth. The cycle must continue. Life and death are symbiotic phases of existence and must be defended. Okay, so I hope you're able to see where we're headed with this. Life and death, cycles, continuing, giving life, taking life, that kind of thing. So at level 3, just like all paladins, we gain spell casting, and along with that we gain oath spells. Oath spells are always prepared. At 3rd level we gain 1st level spells including false life and inflict wounds. At 5th level we gain 2nd level spells including blindness, deafness, and gentle repose. At 9th level we gain 3rd level spells including plant growth and vampiric touch. At 13th level we gain 4th level spells including blight and death ward. And at 17th level we gain 5th level spells including creation and reincarnate. So yeah, it's not too hard to figure out there. Life and death, give and take, reinforced back and forth here. Also at 3rd level we gain 2 channel divinity options. The first is decay. You can use your channel divinity to rot your enemies. As an action, you force a number of creatures equal to up to your charisma modifier of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you to make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes necrotic damage equal to your paladin level. So think of this as a big rot explosion emanating out of you. And our second option is growth. You can use your channel divinity to regenerate your allies. As an action, you restore a number of hit points equal to twice your paladin level to a number of creatures equal to up to your charisma modifier of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. So similar concept, just inverted. So rather than an explosion of death, we've got an explosion of life as you're able to heal your allies. And of course at 7th level, we gain an aura, the aura of balance. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you gain advantage on death saving throws and cannot be magically aged unwillingly, even while you're unconscious. That way you're gaining the benefit of the death saves. And naturally at 18th level, this expands out to 30 feet. Okay, so at 15th level, that's where paladins really get their heavy hitting ability. It's pretty late into the game, but that's just how the class is designed. So at 15th level, we're gaining death and rebirth. You're able to directly channel the forces of life and death. You gain a pool of d12s equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier to power this feature. Your pool regains all expended dice when you finish a short or long rest. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you may expend one of these dice. Roll the die, then add necrotic damage to the attack's damage equal to the number rolled. You also restore a number of hit points to a creature you can see within 30 feet of you equal to the number rolled. If you use this feature on the same turn as your Divine Smite feature, you may cause your weapon attacks and Divine Smite damage to do necrotic damage until the start of your next turn, instead of their normal damage types. So this is a little bit like an extra smite. So if you hold it until you get a crit, yeah, you'll do extra damage and healing. I think this perfectly sums up the class. You're doing damage and healing. You're maintaining that balance of power between life and death. And if you choose to make your damage necrotic, that'll last till the start of your next turn. So those opportunity attacks and everything, those will all be necrotic too. And I know it might sound a little spicy doing damage and healing all with one move, but realistically, you're level 15. I don't think a D12 of damage or healing is going to change the game that much. Best case, you're going to get up somebody who's knocked out. And then Paladins are a little special in that they get their 20th level capstone ability from their subclass, not the main class. So with our Inevitability feature, we are maximizing our power to control life and death. At 20th level, you gain the ability to master the cycle of life and death as an action. For 1 minute, you may cast Reincarnate as an action once per turn without the need of material components, and an aura of blight extends from you in a 30-foot radius. Creatures of your choice in the aura take necrotic damage equal to your charisma modifier at the start of their turn. They can't regain hit points and make constitution saving throws at disadvantage. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you complete a long rest. So that's pretty exciting, right? A 1-action Reincarnate. That's pretty powerful. Realistically, how many times per combat are you going to be using that? Once, maybe twice? And that aura is going to be tough on enemy spellcasters. They're automatically going to take damage, so they're automatically going to be making concentration checks, which they'll be making at disadvantage. And the disadvantage on constitution saving throws pairs great with your decay channel divinity. So I am probably a little biased here, but I think this is a pretty cool subclass. I think it covers some ground that's not covered anywhere else. The closest I could see would be Oath of the Ancients, but I think that's definitely a different mindset. So I hope you're able to see how all those archetypes we spoke about at the start, the farmer, seasons, forest, mushrooms, all that kind of stuff, fits in with all these different abilities and features. So this is available on D&D Beyond right now. You can add it to your game and play it with your DM's permission, of course. I've got a link in the description for that. You can download it for free on the DM's Guild. I've got a link in the description for that too. I'd love for you to leave a comment with your character ideas for this. And of course, I'd like to say thank you to my patrons. Patrons, thank you. Your support and engagement really brings a lot of fun to all this for me. And if you're not already a patron, I've got a link in the description for that too. So if you like the Oath of the Cycle Paladin subclass for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a review on the DM's Guild, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Anything you can do really helps out. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.